I want to try these steelhead for a couple of hours and see if we can catch one of these big. How big's one you caught, Ray?
I imagine 8, 9, 10 pound.
How big do they get?
Oh, I really don't know exactly how big they do get, but we've got them out here that weigh 10, 15 pounds.
Oh, look here, there,
Yeah.
he got one on.
Got one on right there. There you go.
And that's a steelhead. Watch it, here he comes. Today's show is set on the border of southern Michigan and northern Indiana, where the St. Joe River, or St. Joseph River, winds a path that's traveled by a variety of game fish. The St. Joseph is home for 15 different species of fish, and there's almost as many different ways to catch them as there are species. Water temperatures, water level, clarity, and river currents are constantly changing, and that limits the predictability of fishing. This river supports a fine smallmouth fishery, mainly because of the many areas of rock and gravel which house an abundance of crawfish that the smallmouth really likes. A little better there. My guest today really isn't a guest. Clay Shorthouse is a member of my production staff who is originally from this area. You know, I think it's safe to say that the St. Joseph River is one of the best rivers in the country for exciting game fishing.
Boy, when you get one.
You know it, yeah. I tell you how we rigged this. Now I've got 8-pound test line. You know, we got a lot of rocks and stuff under the water here, and this probably isn't the best idea in the world. Probably ought to be using 12 or 14.
Yeah.
But I got 8-pound line on this spinning rod, and what I did, I just tied a barrel swivel. And then when I tied my line to the top of the barrel swivel, I just left the little tag end of the line on there and tied a drop sinker to the bottom of it. And then I barely bit through this line right there to make it a little weaker than my standing line going to the rod. And then if my sinker hangs up, that little nick in the line will allow this one to break off. And so I don't lose my fly. I got about an 18-inch leader, and I tied a little fly, and I don't know who makes fly. I imagine Hank Roberts. I use just about all Hank Roberts flies. So I imagine that's what that is, but it's just a little hot pink color, but at least I think they like the hot pink and the chartreuse, and I believe I believe that's a Hank Roberts fly there. But these steelheads, I guess, just like those bright colors, and you know, I would think that the hot pink would look very much like the roe or something floating by. You know, they'll eat salmon roe. Salmon to be in the river this time of the year. And spawning, and I believe these steelhead will eat the salmon eggs as they float by, and I believe that hot pink would look like, you know, a little cluster of salmon egg. Yeah. Now we've got some salmon eggs that we're going to be rigging, and we rig it very similar to what we got here, and I'll show you that a little later in the program. But right now, let's see if we can catch it. Now I got that thing out there, and I got my sinker kind of hung on a rock, so I'm just going to kind of keep the line tight and lay it down, and hope that I can get it before a steelhead pulls it in. And then while I'm waiting, I'm going to be throwing this little Hawaiian wiggler.
Okay.
The inline spinners, we're just going to be just casting and cranking them back. And the situation we got here, this is all basically shallow water. And it's moving through here at a pretty good clip. Now, you know, I don't know why, but the steelhead just tend to stay up in this turbulent water. And they may look for the little eddies out there and lay in the eddies, but they're pretty aggressive. And I guess this is the first run of steelheads, or pretty close to the first run of steelheads that they've had in the river. And they'll run October, November, December. I think you told me they'd run all the way into February, Clay. Mm-hmm. So it provides, you know, good fishing for the people in this part of the country for a pretty good while yet. Watch it, Clay.
You got 2 rods trying to get out of your way. Fish is going
That's a steelhead. Watch it, here he comes.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa!
I mean, you talk about crazy now. I mean, they go nuts, don't they? And see how similar he's colored to a rainbow, which, you know, they are a rainbow.
I'm excited.
Well, you need to get the net.
Okay. I got all the rods in. Here's the net.
Come on, baby.
You know, you're taking away from my fishing time.
Boy, he ran right around that trolling motor. Whoa.
Good job.
Well, Clay.
Here comes the net man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there goes the fish man.
The fish come out, the hook come out of his mouth, see there?
Here, yeah.
And I got him wrapped around the back.
I'll get right under
Look at the lure has got him lassoed.
Come here.
The lure's got him lassoed. Look at that. Whew. The lure came out, wrapped around him, caught the line, and just had him lassoed.
Tied around his tail. This is a fish story here.
Whew.
Beautiful fish.
Let's see here.
There's another one jumping right in front of us. All right.
Let's see. Well, let's see here. Let me just hold him. I don't want to knock his scales on, but you can see the pretty color.
Absolutely
And that's
beautiful.
A steelhead is a rainbow trout. They leave the river and go stay in the lake or in the sea for a given period of time, and then when they come back, they're not called a rainbow anymore, they're called a steelhead. So, anyway, let me see if we can release him now.
I don't think he'll argue.
I guess he's ready to get out of that thing.
Okay.
Oh, golly.
Score, Orlando 2, Clay 0.
Is this fun or is this fun?
This is great. I really enjoy it.
Oh, me. That was sheer luck, Clay.
Better to be lucky than good, though.
I'll take luck any day, won't you?